are you?
What are we talking about today?
We're going to talk about, I want to say human trafficking, because I feel like that's what we talk about all the time now. So,
Shelter box?
Shelter box, there we go. We're going to talk about community service and how to incorporate it into your local Rotary clubs. So, let's get started. I'm hoping I understand how to work this clicker. So, ha!
It works.
It works. You like our curtain? So what you guys have before you here, we're kind of on island time today, so we're going to take our time. We're going to enjoy a little community service talk. So what do you guys see here? Volcano. The first thing we notice is the smoke, the lava, the big event, the eruption. Who cares? They go, oh, that's a mountain with a hole in it. Nobody cares. We want to wait for the eruption. So Pete, how does that kind of tie back into a service project?
What we're talking about today is community service. And community service is not just the event, it's the planning, it's the coordination, it's all the stuff underneath the surface. You can see that there's fundraising, planning, logistics, coordination, procurement, and sponsorship that all happens before the day of the event. And then the day of the event has all those items above the surface that you see on the screen.
So when we talk to our members of our Rotary clubs, we talk about a service project. Let's say, for example, we're using Christmas basket programs. A lot of us have Christmas basket programs within our clubs. We talk about, oh, we're going to have a Christmas basket program, and we talk about, oh, wow, this is how you get involved. And we talk about the thing as a global picture, but we don't break it down into everything that really comes into place. So Pete, for example, if I come to you and you just joined Rotary and we're going to have a service project coming up, and I want you to get involved. Hey, can you help us with a Christmas basket program? We're going to do some fundraising, we're going to do some planning, some logistics and coordination, some procurement, some sponsorship, some setup, distribution, oversight, training, implementation. And then when we're all done, can you help us clean up?
Sure.
Oh, have you thought about being president yet? That would be $2. Sure. So we're not asking our club back to our vocations, we're not asking them what they want to get involved with, because there's so many different levels of a project that people can get involved with without cleaning up or without implementing and without hosting the training and all the different aspects of our community service projects. So we want to make sure that we give opportunities to people without overwhelming them. Don't ask them to be president when they walk in the door. Don't ask them to do everything and tell them it's going to take the next 6 weekends of planning and they won't see their families anymore. You're not going to attract younger business professionals.
One of the things I like to recognize within any Rotary club, and I'll say this probably several times today, everybody's good at something, but nobody's good at everything. And so there's opportunities for everyone to participate in a comfort level of their choosing. You can identify one or two or several of these different parts of that project and participate in the way that you want. We have time, we have talent, we have treasure, we can all contribute, and we can all participate in any project we devise.
Just realize the big show is the lava, but don't forget where it came from. So, how do we get involved in a service project? What's the first thing we do? You guys are paying attention, right? There we go. We need to do a dictionary program to get people reading.
But that brings up a question. Why?
Why do we want to volunteer?
Why volunteer? Why would anybody be so crazy to volunteer in a community service project, much less join Rotary?
Exactly.
I'll tell you, there's some great opportunities that you have personally to participate in any project that you do. And the benefits are personal. Rotary has a great magazine called the Rotarian Magazine. Anybody ever heard of it? Anybody ever read it? Yes. Say yes. Anybody read it? Every month it comes. You got to read this magazine. There's a great article a couple years ago they published about the benefits of philanthropy, the benefits of giving. And the surprising thing when you read this article is it's not just the emotional benefit you get. It's not just the mental benefit, but it's also a physical benefit. So there's a lot of great pluses It actually contributes to your health to give. It's really an important element of this, I believe. So if you get a chance, look back on that magazine and read that article, because you'll find some surprising information on it.
I have to keep looking at this monitor in this orchestra pit. It's a little intimidating at times.
You know,
I can understand why you're watching the
great.
line earlier.
I love how Stacy referred to the net because it's so tempting.
It is. I thought about it. So we didn't want to just call this a Rotary presentation. We want to talk about modern day Rotary clubs, balancing opportunities to encourage service. We interviewed a few people, different age demographics, throughout our community, and we asked them why they volunteer. 19-year-old, just graduated high school. We asked him why he volunteers, and he says, I volunteer because it's fun. Who in this room volunteers because it's fun? Look around you. A lot of people that like to have fun. Hey, Pete, are you having fun?
I am having so much fun because you're doing this presentation with me. And
I would have more
Aaron
fun
is
watching you
fun,
than I
believe
do.
me. Aaron, what kind of work do you do, by the way?
Well, it's I'm a landscape contractor, Landscapes by Cochran, landscapesbycochran.com. I offer Rotary discounts.
And didn't we just talk about vocational services and how you can integrate Rotary with your vocation?
It is.
Hey,
Pete, what do you do for a living?
I thought you never asked.
Oh, you tell.
Why, I'm a realtor, Aaron, and I specialize in helping seniors. I'm a senior real estate specialist, so if you know any seniors that are interested in moving, or the families that want to kick grandma out, just have them talk to me.
I was reading this book on Amazon the other day. What was the name of it? It was something I knew.
It could be First Take Care of You.
Oh, yeah, that was it.
10 Keys to Self-Care for Family Caregivers.
Who wrote that?
It's on Amazon for $4.99.
I don't know who would join Rotary for vocation. We have another lady that we interviewed. She says she enjoys using her professional talents to help serve her community. As you heard in our previous presentation, serving our community is key for attracting business professionals. Who in this room is used, if they don't, it's not their sole reason, who uses their vocation to serve the community through Rotary?
Next year, we want more hands to go up.
Yes. They need access to the hospitality suite first, I think.
Okay.
I want to leave a lasting impression on this world. A 23-year-old said this. Hey, Pete, you might know more about this. If I was to write an obituary for somebody, what are some of the things that I would put in that? Oh, we're getting too close together.
We're getting too close together, Aaron. Goodbye. There's different reasons people join Rotary, different reasons they participate in fundraising and community service activities. And we're going to give you a couple more examples.
Yeah. So when you write an obituary, we don't talk about the 9-to-5 job and we go, it's he worked at Walmart or he's the CEO of Apple or all these types of things. That's not the main talking points. It talks about all the things that they've done in this world outside of their profession that have made a lasting impact. And I think that's what our 23-year-old here was talking about. Here we go. 55 and older. Pete, it's your show.
I get the 55 and over. And there's a few of us in the room. And it says here, it's my time to join a group that makes a difference.
Can you relate?
No, when folks are retired or getting close to retiring, they feel like, you know what, I do want to contribute. I do want to make a difference. Where can I have that opportunity? And if they know someone who knows someone who knows someone who belongs to a Rotary Club, they might get the opportunity. But it's our job to let people know we're involved in Rotary. We are involved in a club that makes a difference in our community. If we don't ask, they may never join. So just remember, ask people to join and tell them all the fun that you have as a member of your club.
31-year-old back to me, young bucks. I want to be a part of something greater than myself. You notice we're not presenting today individually. we're presenting as a team because, one, we were asked to, and two,
And we said yes.
but I don't think our presentation would have turned out the way that it is from where we started as an individual concept to bouncing ideas off of each other and getting excited and developing this thing into something a little bit better and getting further in depth because I know a lot about under 55s and well, Pete knows a lot about.
You notice that Aaron is the one who mentions the age categories. Have I ever mentioned it once?
That's why you have a plus sign, Pete.
I haven't. Okay, that's nice. Okay, it says here, I'm retired now and I have the time and desire. So I didn't see how many people here are retired. Woo. That's great. You know, Stacy was talking about something earlier that said you as a retired person have an opportunity to contribute because of your experience. I love the fact that my hair, I don't need extensions. But when I talk to people not in the 55 and over category, they can look at me as someone who's had a lot of experience. I can use that. For Aaron, he brings excitement and energy that I used to have. So we all have an opportunity to contribute, and that's the point. It says here, for my first project, I never realized how much fun it is to be part of a team. If you've worked for yourself, by yourself, for many, many years, you might not understand the joy that is available when you're working as part of a team. If you're playing sports, you might play an individual sport like golf or tennis, but you're also part of a team. And so there's so many more things to take away from a team experience. And your club is a team. So you get to enjoy your team, and if you contribute a lot, you get a lot out of it. If you sit on the wings, what are you going to get out of it? Not much. So dive in. It says here, throughout my professional career, people have helped me and now I want to help others. Giving back, paying back is a big part of community service. When you have lived in the community for a short time or a long time, you can get to know the people, you can wear your Rotary pins, talk to Val about shirts, hats. Now this happens to be a Cubs fan. How many Cubs fans in the room? Sorry, Giants fans, I had to mention it. But after the Cubs beat the Giants in the playoffs this year, you can be Cubs fans. Oh, we got one more?
No, we're good.
That's it. Okay.
So to tie this back into what we're talking about is you noticed our volcano earlier and all the different levels in which you can get involved in a Rotary project. These are 8 different people with 8 different reasons, some similar to others, on why you would get involved in a Rotary project. So we want to challenge you when you leave here today to go back to your clubs because there's a lot of people in this room that didn't raise their hand. And we didn't cover, there's not 8 answers to all these questions. We want you to start interviewing your clubs on a regular basis, not just annually. Find out why people are in your club, why they're involved, why they joined Rotary, why they're going to stay in Rotary, what it's going to take to do something and be part of a project. I've recently moved clubs and I've gone to a larger club and I've learned things that I didn't realize how Rotary functioned. And I get all these emails and I realized there's 3 projects happening on one day and none of them have to do anything with the other project because we're balancing opportunities to encourage service within our club. So even though there's 3 different clubs, we're going to get the majority of our membership involved in something because somebody, somewhere is going to enjoy serving on one of those particular projects. And if not, you'll be able to look back and find out, well, Susan's not volunteering for anything. What do I need to do to engage her? And through your questionnaires that you guys are going to pass out, you're going to find this information out and find out how to engage her or come up with a project or ask her to come up with a project.
The other thing I want to point out is that when they signed up for your Rotary Club, they put their areas of interest. They indicated what areas of interest that they found appealing to them. How many times have we looked at that application after they've been in the club? Probably never. So if you want to enlist somebody or recruit somebody for a certain project, go back to their application and see what areas they were interested in. I think that's something we could be doing a better job of. And I would suggest you do that for your club too.
And Pete, I can tell you, I've been in Rotary for 3 years now, maybe 4, and I can tell you that the answers that I put on that piece of paper when I joined Rotary probably aren't the same exact answers online in Rotary today.
But if you're over 55, they might do the same.
You just forgot what you wrote.
So Mother Teresa, we looked up a bunch of quotes that we were going to include in our presentation today. This is one of my favorite ones. You can do what I cannot do, I can do what you cannot do, and together we can do great things. This is what I was talking about before. I'm good at things you're not good at. You're good at things I'm not good at. And together, we can complement each other and fill in the voids and make a complete, successful project out of anything we attempt. Community service is an ongoing opportunity that our Rotary clubs have to have a stronger presence in the community. The more things we do in our community, the more non-Rotarians learn of Rotary. They see our banners, they see our pop-up tents, they see our activities, and they want to know what's Rotary. It's not what they thought it was. And like Ray said, perception needs to meet reality.
If I take care of my community will take care of me. A wise young business professional said that. So, as a young business professional, 50% of my schedule is spent volunteering in my community. And that's not 50% of all my time, that's not 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. My schedule, my work schedule, 50% of my schedule is figuring out how to volunteer in my community in some way or another. Because I do that and I'm involved in my community, that's how I market my business. I'm in Rotary partially for vocation. So 50% of my business comes from people that I've impacted through volunteering. Maybe not somebody that I've volunteered for, that I've given that a service to or I've provided something to, but maybe it's somebody I work next to. Maybe somebody shared the passion that I share about volunteering and realized that we had common ground. And it helps break walls down, and it helps you get to know each other, and it helps create a better sense of community. I try to conduct myself in a way both my family and my community can be proud of me. It's those that I serve that makes my life so rich. Pete, this one's yours. There's a good one, too.
Yes. It's one of the most beautiful compensations of this life that no man can sincerely try to help another without helping himself. Serve and thou shalt be served. This is our message. If you're going to leave here with one message today regarding community service, this is the message. And you can share this with the other Rotarians in your clubs. You serve, and who wins? Who wins when you serve? The needy, the people that you're serving.
Bless you.
And bless you. See, you sneeze and you get a lot of responses. You win when you serve. You feel good. You help your health. You help your mentality. It's a positive experience. So we encourage you to please encourage others in your club to participate in community service.
But I also want to remind you, too, to make sure that you take care of yourselves. As we serve, it doesn't mean that we have to give everything. It doesn't mean I have to miss the mortgage payment or not turn the lights on because I feel I have to give. It comes down to time, talent, and treasures we've talked about in the past through Rotary. And as a younger family with two little ones at home and a growing business, I don't necessarily, my checkbook's not necessarily as good as everybody else's, but I feel that my time, 50% of my schedule, I feel that I can provide to my community to help serve. But I'm not going to take food off the table for my family in order to serve. So you need to take care of yourself.
In the airplane, when the masks come down, what does it say? Secure yourself first, then assist others. I think there's great wisdom in that. So we are here to serve, but we have to absolutely take care of ourselves.
You have to maintain your vehicle in order to make sure that it keeps serving you. So we want to thank you guys very much for coming today, for learning a little bit about community service. We hope that you go back. We hope you engage your club and more than once a year or more than when they sign up. We hope that you don't overwhelm them and you show them further opportunities within a service project on how they can get involved, and realize that it doesn't have to be the end of the race. It's a relay, and it's how we get there. So the guy that crosses that finish line and breaks the tape is the one that gets all the glory, but it was the team that got it there. So make sure that you encourage your club to involve each other, and it could be pre-planning.
And if you have any questions after we're done with this presentation, if you're under 55, you see this man right here. And if you're over 55, I'll take good care of you.
Thank you guys very much.
Thank you.